So number two, and this is a hard one, don't make your trial your identity. It's very hard to do. A lot of times, for me, as a spinal cord injury, and now I'm sick again, and if I'm sick all the time, there are certain times where it's just overwhelming, and it would be easy for me to say, hey, I'm sick, I can't do this, I'm sorry. That it would be totally understandable. But for me, if I start making my handicapped person with infections my identity, then everything revolves around that. And I wind up not getting done what I need to get done. And not only that, it it causes me to live just through that lens when there's so much more that I am. A lot of times when we go through a trauma, either mentally, physically, it's understandable that everything flows through that lens. But at a certain point, when we start wanting to shut down, or when we're doing things that are difficult for us to do in those circumstances for our own health and to be able to serve others. Now, I'm not talking about putting yourself out there in a spot where your physical health's in danger, your mental health's in danger, but I'm talking about going through a trial that causes you to want to isolate yourself from people, or you just want to quit in a very detrimental way. When you make your trial your identity, especially from a medical standpoint, it causes you to use that as an excuse for not doing things that need to be done for your own health. It may be understandable and it may be emotionally right. It lacks the responsibility that we need to be able to carry on our lives, and it's already difficult enough when we go through those trials. To make it more difficult by shutting down and making that our identity and throwing it up as a defensive measure to everybody around us. No, I can't do that because I am whatever your trial is. It's not, in the long run, it's not helpful to you. So although you may have problems and there may be times where you're too sick to do something, or emotionally you're just broke down and you can't function, that's okay. Just don't start using your trial as a reason not to do things when it's difficult, because you'll find yourself making habits that in the long run will be very harmful to you. And there's going to be some hiccups in life sometimes, especially when you're going through bad stuff. But I'm going to say, okay, I'm the things aren't going well here. Maybe I'm falling short in some areas, or I could do better. But I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to fight the good fight, because my identity is not wrapped up in my personal stuff that's going on. And there'll be days that it's a struggle, but this part of me will never be my identity. It's something that affects me, but it will never control me. And that's the big point. Never let it control you. It will affect you, but don't let it control you.